Solo is the worst Star Wars movie ever created.
I just feel so many emotions when I watch Return of the Jedi.
Mandalorian has crafted and developed into some of the best Star Wars ever. I love the prequels. I'm a big fan of the prequels. Talk about a great story. A former stormtrooper that becomes a Jedi? Some things are better left unsaid and unexplained. Ooh, how does a Jedi or a Sith, where do they get their power from? Favreau and Filoni need to be in charge of all creative.
I was more interested in learning more about Kira and Maul's relationship than anything else with Han.
It just goes to show what having people on the same page does to a cohesive story.
Sebastian Stan would crush it, I feel like, as Luke.
And I'm really excited.
What's up, everybody? Hello.
No Miss Marvel. Watching off camera. I haven't been able to get past episode 1, but watching off camera. That's the point, or the plan. Amber Darko, Appen, Ting, One for All. Did I see a Tracy doll? It's Tracy doll is in the house. What's up, Tracy doll? Hello. What? This is gonna be fun. I think this is gonna be so much fun. It's kind of a downtime right now for Star Wars. There's not a lot to talk about. No shows currently going on for Star Wars right now. So it's like, hey, let's rewatch the movies, huh? I think that'd be so much fun. Miles, Matthew. happen. You're probably one of the funniest members of this community, if not the funniest. And maybe after rewatching all the movies again, maybe my tier list have to update. We'll see. I thought about doing the Kenobi fan edit today. I thought about making that an option. I'll probably start the movie in a little bit. I didn't stop doing the audiobooks, but my commutes have gotten a little weird. So I'm very far behind on the audiobook right now. I think, let me see what chapter I'm on. Dark Force Rising, chapter 11. No, 12. I'm on chapter 12. I still have 7 hours left in the Dark Force Rising. Lord of the Rings marathon? Probably not. I mean, at some point, I think this content is going to move permanently to my Star Wars channel. Chronological order, we'll get to Solo very quickly. I think it's going to be a lot of fun. I haven't watched the fan edit of Kenobi yet. I really want to do it. I don't know when I'm going to have time for 2.5 hours. Well, actually, I might have a lot of time this month because this month's going to be nice and slow. So you just finished your millionth re-listen of those books. That trilogy is... So, the first book sucked me in so fast because I had no idea what I was getting myself into. And then, I'm gotta be honest, the second book has kind of been slow to this point. It's kind of... I don't know, through the first 11 chapters, I'm kind of feels like a drag a little bit, I'm not gonna lie. More of a fan, yeah, he kind of spiced it up with what was available to him. I very much like this Star Wars. Sequel was better than prequel? Sequel what was better than prequel what? Getting to know the real Thrawn, yeah. Thrawn, I can't wait to see him in live action. I think it's going to be so good. What's happening? Does it bother you they uncanonized all expanding universe stuff up to... It doesn't bother me that much because I honestly didn't have a ton of history with it, so I don't know everything that got removed. But, and I mean, this is a huge but, giant but, big but. With the way things are happening now with content, if they could reintroduce that stuff and make it canon, I mean, that's what they should be doing with the right creators of people who actually know what the hell they're talking about. But that would be my hope, is that, like, okay, we uncanonized, it's all legends, it doesn't count in this universe, but we're gonna find ways to incorporate it and make it fresh and new again. We miss you too, Tracy Doll. You're not a big Star Wars, well, become a big Star Wars fan. It's kind of a dangerous community to share opinions in, because people could be mean and rough and harsh. but it's a great community. Happy birthday, Han Solo. Whose birthday? Like, the character Han Solo's birthday's today, or Alden Ehrenreich? Well, not really. Or Harrison Ford's birthday? Whose birthday is it? I mean, from my kind of assumptions and beliefs, they're gonna take from the Thrawn trilogy, the one that I'm reading, and basically find a way to weave that into the current canon. And that's what his involvement's gonna be in the future, like Ahsoka. I'm hoping that's kind of what they do, because the timeline kind of fits. It's Harrison Ford's birthday today? Awesome. Happy birthday, G. The legend. My Sith name? I don't know. What's my Sith name? You guys tell me. Darth Solo is the best. They downgraded Thrawn and did they? I didn't get that feeling that they downgraded him in Rebels. Did they? I gotta go back and like, it's been years since I watched Rebels. I need to go back and refresh myself on Rebels, especially before Ahsoka. Yeah, Filoni, as long as Filoni is dealing with Thrawn, I think it's gonna be good. But I read another horrible story, and it's like, I feel like this is just never ending. Savage Eagle, ban for using that name. Darth Trolio, Darth Sticker, Darth Venom, Darth Steve Meister. That's good. I heard that Timothy Zahn offered free consulting and it got shut down. First time viewing? No. I've watched Star Wars a million times. Oh, would you recommend? No. I would, if it's first time watching, I would 100% recommend watching it in release order. There are things that will happen in the prequels that will kind of ruin certain things that play out in the originals. This is, episode 1 is my very first Star Wars movie theater experience. Obviously, this is going to be a lot more laid back than our normal watch-alongs. I don't have the second camera set. I'm just going to record off of this, and if I use stuff, I use stuff. If not, then I don't. But it's going to be a little more laid back. I'm going to obviously be talking to you guys a lot more during the movie, because I've seen this movie hundreds of times probably at this point. But the normal spiel, joining the channel helps a lot. Gives you perks. Gonna put the poll up for movie night, which as of this moment, it's on the schedule for Saturday, but I think I gotta move it. Something came up for Saturday night, so I think we're gonna move movie night to Sunday. Thanks, John. Zahn created Thrawn. If Filoni wants to show he respects what came, I don't know if it's Filoni's. I think Kathleen Kennedy shut that down. I don't think Filoni would turn that opportunity away at all. Darth Pineapple Pizza, ban. Smash the like button. And of course, if you have comments, we're gonna do a Q&A obviously afterwards. So if you want to guarantee to get a comment in, Super chats are the only guarantees to get a question into the stream. I need to go back and read that story and see exactly what... I'm watching episode 1 today. We're going to watch episode 1 together today. I need to go back and read the story all the way through. I think I just kind of skimmed it. Count Squid Game? Stop it. Oh, Darth missed. Darth missed. How about that one? Darth Stephen the Wise. I think I know what's going to win the movie poll this week before even putting up the poll options. Thank you, Sim. No matter if I'm happy or sad or mad or upset or depressed or regardless of what I'm feeling about Star Wars, there's always going to be passion. Always. Darth Snow. Yes. Everything Everywhere All at Once will be on the list, and that's my prediction, because it's cheap now. It's down to like a normal price on Amazon. So I'm pretty sure that's going to win I've been pretty good about predicting the poll winners for most shows and movies that we've put out. It's not that hard to tell. And we're starting the new show on Thursday night. Dun dun dun, what is it? We're starting the new show on Thursday. It won't be on YouTube for a little while, but it's going to be on Patreon right away. See, like, I don't really have, like, a nickname. My nickname's always been, like, Steve-O. Like, my big brother called me Steve-O. So, like, I never had, like, a real nickname that I could... Squid Game rewatch? Stop it, Ting. The prequels got way too much hate, in my personal opinion. I don't think they got too much hate. Because if we're, like, being honest, if that was officially the last Star Wars we ever got, Darth O. It's new to us. Not new to anyone else. Well, it might be new to other people. My favorite blaster? Oh. I don't know. Probably Hans. I just don't see anything else that we're going to put on the list that is going to overtake that movie at this point. The prequels have a lot of problems. The prequels have a shit, and we'll highlight that, obviously. Darth Jitsu. I mean, so my favorite guard in Jiu-Jitsu is called the Spider Guard. And there's already, like, a Lord Tyrannus. But what if I called myself, like... I don't know, what's a really scary, spider name? Would you be a Jedi? I don't think the Jedi... I would love to be a Jedi. Like, I love the Jedi. I think... Like, at the surface, what the Jedi stand for is a positive thing. Obviously, they have their problems. But I don't think they would accept me. The bowcaster's pretty dope. But I think Han's blaster is pretty dope. I have to be able to say the word, Miles. I don't know what is that. I can't say it. Like those letters combined together is Darth Vecna. Darth Aragog. Darth Recluse. That's cool. It's kind of fun. Darth Yellowsack. Appin. Good lord. If I ever get back to Disneyland, I'm 1,000,000% going to build the lights. I don't care how much money it costs. I'm building a damn lightsaber. Darth Argyle. You saw Star Wars in concert last week? Dope. The prequels are pretty mid-chlorian. Ooh, there could be a fun Jar Jar rant. There could be a fun midichlorian rant. Darth Vecna. That does sound cool. What color? I mean, again, in my heart, I would love to be a Jedi, so I'd probably go green or blue, depending on what mood I'm in that moment. But a dope red lightsaber, I think, would be pretty sick. Like, building like a sick-ass Sith saber would be so cool. By the way, you guys, you know we're doing a double stream today. So I'm doing this, and then we're going to come back and finish the quarry tonight. Which means we should probably get going. You like Jar Jar for what he was at the beginning? I mean, he was always horrible. But the fact that George put him into politics makes me question Lucas's sanity. They just had to find a place to put him to get him out of the way. So they just stuck him in the Senate. Like, just go away. Get out of here. I have too much anger to be a Jedi. Disney Plus, yes. So, I guess I should put, hold on. Let me do something real quick. Let me do this the way we do it on movie night. Please hold. How to get rid of someone, promote them. I mean, in Star Wars, these movies never really dive that deep into the Star Wars, or into the politics, so I think Andor's gonna do a lot of that, which is kind of exciting, to be honest. Editing on the fly, let's go. So per normal watch-alongs, I obviously can't show the movie unless you want us to get struck down and banned and removed from YouTube, at least on this channel. So it is going to be a watch-along. You're going to have to sync up with me. I will have a timer that pops up right over there. And why does that look like that? Timer does not look right. I don't have like a fun welcome to movie night spiel like Nikki does. I'm not as fun as and creative as people will tell me. Mickey Mouse gonna hurt you. Yeah. Well, haunt me. Yeah. I wonder if it'll be really interesting to see what's the best thing about this movie. Probably the introduction of Qui-Gon. Probably the introduction of Maul. I wonder how Disney's gonna handle the fan edit of Kenobi. Are they gonna like sue him? Are they going to like embrace the idea that people love his edit? I'm just kidding, yes. We don't pirate shit unless it's a mega pint of wine. Correctamundo. Why does it look like that on this? What is happening over here? Why does it look like that? Do you guys see a black bar at the bottom of the stream? The BCS cup is downstairs. Hayden's gonna be in Ahsoka, yep. That'll be fun. There's 11 movies. 11 movies? 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, yes. No? Okay, I'm just seeing it on my, okay. There's 11 movies. I mean, if you want to remove the sequel trilogy, you're entitled to, but... Everything he edited away cost Disney money, so if they're bitches, they'll sue him. We're counting Solo as a Star Wars movie. I mean, Dune is also, or yeah, you could always, like, that's a top 5 Star Wars movie as well. You throw that in there too, so like 13. 12. I can't add. I mean, as a trilogy, the sequel trilogy is an absolute god-awful mess. So before we start the movie, I'm going to give this a little context, because I think it'll be fun to give it a little context. All night streams are 8 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So in 6 hours from now. Dude, it's been probably like, I don't even know the last, I think I only watched the Christmas special once, and I don't know how long ago it was. Alright, so the plan that we're gonna do here, we're gonna rewatch all the Star Wars movies. Chronological order, episode 1, all the way, well, we'll see how far we get. All the way through to the end of the sequel trilogy, with Solo and Rogue One mixed in there, where they fit into the timeline in terms of chronological order. I think this is going to be fun. I've seen these movies so many times, and it's going to be really cool to kind of go back, rewatch them again, and have fun just kind of picking things apart, enjoying things that are awesome, and just kind of reliving these moments after we've gotten so much other new Star Wars content. I think it's going to be really cool. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace, was my very first Star Wars movie going experience. I was in high school. I was super excited about it. My opinions of the prequels have changed so much over the years, because as a high school kid, I loved these movies. Then as time went on and we realized we weren't really getting much more Star Wars, I kind of was like, okay, the movies aren't great. The environments aren't awesome. The dialogue is kind of weak. Really not great movies, especially compared to the original trilogy. But then as more time went on, I was able to strip all the stuff down to its core. And the story in the prequels is absolutely fantastic. I love the story that's told. I originally was like, do we really need to see Anakin Skywalker as a child? I mean, do we really need to see that? And then again, as I kind of gotten older, I've let things sink in more. I've looked at things with a couple different angles now. Like, seeing Anakin as a child is a really big deal, because you see those first seeds that are being planted into who he ends up becoming. And I think it's really important, and I think it's a valuable story to tell. And starting here, episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Are y'all ready? You got your copies ready to go? Yes? Let's do it. All right, that's a nice little intro, just for fun. Everyone get your movies ready. Open your Disney Plus. This is gonna be nice and casual. I'm gonna get comfy. I'm gonna sit back a little bit. You think it could have been told in 2 stories? Yeah, maybe. Why is the sequels any good? I just told you why. I am not an angel now. You ready? Give me a 1 in chat if you're not ready. It's like 1,000 degrees in here. I'm lowering the air. Didn't know that a kid could build a universal translator droid. Like, what is, who cares? Like, what does that matter? Not ready. The sequels, I mean, a lot of great stuff. I don't know about a lot. They've got a few great things. All right. Oh yeah, I gotta change my settings. Hold on. I'm not ready, so I'll give you a couple more seconds to. I gotta switch the audio around so I don't get dinged. Hello, hello. We still there? We still there? Oh wait, my desktop audio. Did you guys hear music? My favorite Star Wars t-shirts, probably... What's up, Gwenwood? Thank you for the 5 months. Tier 2. I don't know what this means since it's YouTube, but yay. Real funny guy. Real funny. As long as you guys hear me, it's all that matters. Keep it real about... What are you talking about? Am I not keeping it real? It's off now. Okay, good. It should be off now. I keep everything real. Oh no, Nikki HDXYZ made it into the chat. No. We're all doomed. It's like poetry. It rhymes. Well, George's story is like poetry. It rhymes. All right, you guys ready? Let's watch some damn Star... Actually, let me turn this off. I don't need that open anymore. Gwenwood. All right, so here's the timer. I'm going to count down 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Stream Elements is drunk. What a surprise. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. There's not going to be a clap because I only have 2 hands. And I have to use the mouse and my finger to hit the buttons. I did ban that word. So that doesn't work. No, unfortunately. I've banned multiple things linked to those posts. All right. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Let's go. A long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. That hits me every time. I love it. I love it. I don't care if it's the worst Star Wars movie ever created. That intro will get me every single damn time. I absolutely love it. Episode 1, The Phantom Menace. Turmoil has engulfed the Galactic Republic. The taxation of trade routes to outlying star systems is in dispute. Hoping to resolve the matter with a blockade of deadly battleships, the greedy Trade Federation has stopped all shipping to the small planet of Naboo. While the Congress of the Republic endlessly debates this alarming chain of events, the Supreme Chancellor, he's a Sith Lord by the way, has secretly dispatched 2 Jedi Knights, the guardians of peace and justice in the galaxy, to settle the conflict. Let's go. And suddenly I'm 5 years old again. Absolutely. Or 17. When I watched this originally. Yeah, I can't show you the video. It'll get blocked. Hello? Copyright? You have to have your own copy. It's a watch along. All of them in one stream? No, this is one movie. Stupid droids. TC14, write that down for your quiz. You'll be asked about it later. Right off the bat. Qui-Gon's the best. Qui-Gon is the absolute best. Jedi? Here? I mean, McGregor is such a perfect Obi-Wan. And it's fun being able to see him again. It's Palpatine! Make it legal. It's like they couldn't tell that Sidious and Palpatine are the same person. Like he doesn't look any different there. Just hold your breath, fellas. Hold your breath. I hate these droids so much. Roger, roger. It's like weird. Star Wars music right off the bat. Why would they use Star Wars music right away? I don't understand why they would do that. That's such a weird idea. Roger, roger. I love the just Qui-Gon's just disintegrating a blast door with his saber. That's that's fun. I mean, he ends up not surviving this, so he's not wrong. They've gone up the ventilation shaft. Sorry for the spoiler if anyone's watching this for the first time. Obi-Wan's got jokes. They should have made a Darth Maul show. Watch Clone Wars. We will see. Jake, why are you being so negative? Let's be positive about it. I enjoy the story of the prequels. If you don't, fine. They're dealing with some shit. So my question is, when did the swap officially happen? I don't think there's, at least I don't remember a clear moment where it's like, this is when the switch happened. Like, was that really her there? What's the deal? When did the switch happen? The decoy's only later? Do we know that for a fact? Because the moment they feel like there's a threat, maybe the... Fucking Jar Jar! Ah! You could have just kept going, dude. You could have just kept going. Ugh. It's like if I was Qui-Gon, I would have been like, no, seriously, just keep going. Or maybe Jar Jar's too mind strong, and since he was planted there by Palpatine as a Darth Lord of the Sith. Oh, Jar Jar. Liam Neeson is great. I want more Qui-Gon content. Why do I feel like we picked up another lesser life form? Jar Jar's not in Rebels. If he is, then I totally erased him from my mind. I mean, Jar Jar could definitely be an Olympic diver. That was really good. I think it depends on where you live. If you're in the States, then it's on Disney Plus. I don't know where else it might be available. You're in Big Doo-Doo. Big Doo-Doo. You said in Big Doo-Doo this time. When my kids are in trouble, I'm going to start telling them that they're in Big Doo-Doo. What's up, boomer? Darth Doo-Doo. There's my Sith name right there. Darth Doo-Doo. See, Qui-Gon used the mind thing on this dude. Why didn't he use it on Jar Jar? Like, just go away! Leave me alone! Darth shit. What about Darth Troller? Darth Troll. The Force works in mysterious ways, Miles. That's the answer to all your questions. Every time he speaks, I just want to, like, stab my eardrums. Darth Doodoo, the Sith Master, Sith Master. If I had to rank the problems with the prequels, I think dialogue would be number 2. I think my number 1 problem is the environment. There's just too much green, blue screen environments, not enough practical sets and shit like that. Just makes it look weird. There's literal scenes of people walking, and they're not actually going anywhere. In broadcast journalism school, we called that the walk to nowhere. Thanks, Steve. You look really familiar, sir. Are you throwing shade at George Lucas? Just because it was written doesn't mean the story, characters, and the entire universe around it wasn't created by him. Not everyone can be a talented writer. Especially when it comes to screenplay. He's the visionary. Not everyone's George R.R. Martin, right? Always a bigger fish. Sorry, spoiler. if you create a universe and you're giving people blueprints, like this is the story, write it. Yeah, you're the visionary. You're the inventor. You created it. Just because he doesn't have the ability to write an amazing screenplay, you can't take credit away from him. George created a lot of his own problems in these 3 movies, but he still gets most of the credit for all of it. People hated George Lucas so much that he sold his property. Now these same people want to see his vision now. Well, yeah, I mean, of course. Because you never know what you get until you get it. And be careful what you ask for kind of situation. He didn't write these movies. He didn't write all of them. He wrote these movies. Do your homework. Screenplay. Dude, the hate for D&D is so ridiculous. That was a... Did you notice how awkward and weird Jar Jar made that moment look, but then like almost like a coordinated clumsiness? He was strong on the Force. I think at its core, from start to finish, the story is great. See, I feel like that switch happened a little while ago. The moment I feel like they sensed a threat is when they made the flip. We'll handle that. I think there were legitimate people who didn't like these movies. It depends on what you like when you watch content. Everyone looks at things differently. Like, I enjoy them because I think the overall story is good. We've got people in this chat who think the story is stupid and don't think there's an actual story. I think the story is fantastic. I don't always watch a movie for the visuals. So, like, as much as the visuals take me out, it doesn't ruin the experience for me. The dialogue can be a little uncomfortable and weird at times, but again, I watch Star Wars for the story. Obviously, dialogue is connected to story, but
R2D2!
Superstar MVP. Bye, Tracy Doll. Thank you for stopping by. Love blinds you then? Y'all got some weird takes on stuff. Yeah, buddy. Oh, I just got chills watching him enter like that. Darth Maul is the fucking shit. I really wish we would have gotten more live action. There's always two. Learn your shit. I don't remember ever owning a droid. Say what you will about Papa Bear, George, all these sequels. What happened to the message? Oh, I was actually reading that. Okay. In German, Maul means mouth. Always traveling to Tatooine in every single piece of Star Wars content. Always showing up on Tatooine. For a place that's on the outskirts, we sure do end up there a lot. Maybe it wasn't a great place to hide Luke. Say what you will about Papa Bear George in the prequels, at least there was a singular vision unlike the messy sequels. That's part of why even the sequels have gotten boosted up a little bit more for me. Because a cohesive story is always going to be more entertaining than just visual, just gobbledygoo of just stuff to look at. First time watching this movie? Nice. Awesome. That's what I like to see. Maybe because Anakin was there, it had a pull. Well, yeah, I mean, I think that's a really good point, because obviously the Force is going to lead you down a certain road, and it was destiny for Qui-Gon to find Anakin. But how about, this is the first time, technically the first time we've been to Tatooine. Do we have to keep going back? What's up, Annie? Like, why would just, like, leave Jar Jar on the damn ship? But again, he's a super powerful Sith Lord, so... Yeah, you will. You're gonna do a lot more than that too, buddy. I'm a person, and my name is Anakin. You've never watched Star Wars ever. Nice. Well, welcome. They might change your life. Depends on if they change your life for the good or the bad. We'll find out, I guess. Only money. I mean, this movie definitely makes that age gap between Anakin and Padme, like, woo! But he's older than he's supposed to look, and I think she's a little younger than she's supposed to look, so... Now, if he was only as powerful as Broom Boy, he'd be able to, like, force pull shit to himself. Yeah, 9 and 14. That's the thing. Like, he looks younger than not. Like, he doesn't sound younger than 9, but he looks younger than 9, and she looks older than 14. So, like, I think that's where like the weirdness comes. Like, actual numbers, especially as you get older, may not be that weird, but the way they're shown in this movie makes that age gap feel huge when it's really not that big. Fucking Jar Jar, stop eating shit, bro. Come on, man. He's not a big time anything, Anakin. Stop it. You should have just let him eat him. They keep protecting Jar Jar. Ugh. So Boba should have just ripped his head off. By the way, for those who didn't know... Oh wait, did we just see Quinlan? I thought he was there during the pod race. Did I just miss him? Did I just miss his scene? Yeah, Quinlan Voss is in this movie. You know, the guy who was mentioned and teased in the Obi-Wan show, but nothing more. I mean, are they really your friends, kid? As a parent, I'd be really weirded out if my child brought home this crew. Like, what the fuck, kid? And C-3PO was born. Fuck you, Naked HD XYZ. Man, they're going hard. Dude, Darth Maul is so badass. So badass! You know, since we've got, like, fans out there who have the abilities to, like, recreate and re-edit content, can someone make these movies without Jar Jar in them? That'd be interesting to see. I think he's, like, so distracting. Just everything he says, and just every time he's on screen, it's like I can't help but look at him. Master, to be specific, kid. Something in the Force told Anakin. How far ahead are you, Miles? There is no other way. And you clearly don't understand the Force, lady. You love going back to that Leia thing. I went back and watched that scene. It was more than her just using a USB. She was like connecting things out of nowhere and then inserted the stuff. Check out the timer. They're about to do the, I think they're about to do the midichlorian test. There's something about this boy. Yep, there sure is. Mm-hmm. The music! There was no father. I can explain what happened. The Force. Anyone with knowledge of the Plagueis novel, did they go into that at all in the Plagueis novel? Look, it's Cobb's engine. What's lazy writing? He is. You're a smart one. Jar Jar is very... I don't remember that line. That's so funny. C-3PO is like, that Jar Jar is very odd. I don't think there's anything lazy about the father line. I think it just goes to further the story that Anakin is the chosen one. This isn't real life. I mean... Here we go! People coming up with so many excuses for the prequels but totally go batshit crazy on the sequels is beyond me. It's because the story sucks. 3 standalone movies don't make a trilogy. It's off the charts. I need a midichlorian count. Just some random number. Over 20,000. So, I don't have any issue with the inclusion of midichlorians in, like, the grand scheme of Star Wars. It's the way they were included into this story. If this movie was first, fine. That works. This was not the first movie. We had a full trilogy of stuff about the Force before this movie came out. And then a bunch of content even after that never touched on midichlorians. It's always the challenge with prequel content. I say it all the time. Anybody who wants to make prequel content, go talk to Better Call Saul creators. Because that's how you make prequel content. inserting things into your story that we never ever see again later down the road, it makes for bad storytelling. It's not that midichlorians are dumb or bad or stupid. I mean, they are what they are. But including them now in the story, considering this is technically the 4th movie, it doesn't work for me. That's my problem with midichlorians. I don't need any explanation as to why certain Force users are what they are. It's one of those things I don't need explained. Demonstrating your strength in the Force is more. I don't need a midichlorian count to determine that. The reason why you can't use it's the Force analogy in the prequels for most of the things that I have problems with is because there isn't enough story to support that idea. It's not the Force issues that runs into me. There's a lot more problems than the overall story is just a mess. All these movies in one? No. We'll do one at a time. It's like the Holdo maneuver has nothing to do with the Force. Luke's lack of storytelling to put him where he was does not have to do with the Force. Leia Poppins, I guess. But again, we're talking about Leia who's at the end of her life, not at the beginning of her life. We've never seen her use any kind of Force ability to that point, except connecting with Luke through mind. There's nothing to support that she has that ability. We're meeting Anakin for the very first time, and he has insane level reflexes because we know who he becomes. He's the chosen one. The Holdo maneuver is when they fly the ship through the other ship at light speed to destroy it. The comedy in the prequels was, I thought, in my opinion, horrible. Didn't land for me. Oh, we've got Jake is an expert on M count. Share, please. Go ahead. The funny thing about midichlorians is the ones who are strongest, who have the highest M count are strongest in the Force. Pod racing scene's about to start, yes. By him saying even more than Master Yoda means Yoda has the highest M count on record currently. And just saying. What's happening? What's happening, Steven? Commentary, damn it. I'm giving commentary. Show me an example of an extremely high M count and the person hasn't been insanely powerful in the Force. I'll wait. This pod race is one of the reasons why I love this movie so much. I think the pod race is fantastic. The video game was super cool too. Yoda understands the Force has nothing to do with M count, or M count had nothing to do with the story back then and they just inserted it now. Yoda's not the only one to talk about the Force without using M count to describe it. That's the flaw in the story that was inserted in this movie. I love Qui-Gon. The music! It just heightens the moment of Qui-Gon giving Anakin advice. Such a good moment. Hey, Jabba. When you were mobile. See, you putting the word bro at the end of that sentence makes me not think you are actually saying good point. I can't tell. The pod race sounds are awesome. Why is Jabba there? Because this is Hutt rule territory, and Jabba the Hutt is, you know, the one in charge. The Hutts run this land. The Force Awakens did not destroy Luke's character. That happens in the next movie. Yeah, these sounds, when they start up and get moving, so cool. So cool. X-Wings are faster than the Naboo ship, I would imagine. Maybe in, like, combat scenarios. Maybe not, like, top speed. Oh, no! Quick! I mean, 4 years from 10 to 14 is a big difference. Ten to 14, the kids grow a lot. So cool. I want a pod racer. Do you know how fast I'd get to work in a pod racer? Why don't we have these yet? The sounds are so much fun. I love the sounds. Oh, you're dead! Watch out! Get out of here, Tuscan Raiders. Stop it. Damn it. Oh, shit. It's like the random nonsense like that part. It's just kind of weird. Like why do we need a shot of like Jabba just knocking shit over? Like I love Anakin's face during the race. It's just... Damn, son! Look at those moves! Oh no! Fuck you, Saboba. No wonder you win all the time, you cheater. See, he has to use something to pull it back to him. Broom Boy would have just used the force there and be like, come back here, connect. Get out of here, Tuscan Raiders. Shit. I mean, obviously Broom Boy's stronger than Anakin Skywalker. Duh. He would have just been like, you're not even going to start the race. And I would go and just win. I wouldn't have to worry about anything. I love Anakin's face. It's like, yeah. Trust your reflexes, kid. Yeah, sure, the representation of Broom Boy's fine. I don't think there was any ever question or doubt that there's still Force. I think Rey made that clear that there's still plenty of Force users out in the galaxy. The Force doesn't just disappear. But the fact that he was even able to pull a broom an inch is just too much. It's too much. I think the idea of what's represented in that movie is overblown because I don't think there was ever a question that anybody could become a Force user and potentially be a Jedi. We'll see it in the next movie. There's 1,000 kids at the Jedi Temple training. Like, they don't hide the fact that anybody could be a Jedi. Like, that's not anything new. What's next? Episode 2. Get it, Anakin, let's go! And I personally have absolutely no problem with a certain bloodline being stronger than another bloodline. It's like the Gronkowski family. If you don't know who they are, they're a family of like football players. Their family line's always gonna be better at football than my family line. That's okay. It's just part of life. Saboba out! Anakin win! Let's go! You're not allowed to dance. Don't ever dance like that again. Star Wars, I think Star Wars is the greatest piece of content ever created. Regardless of how many angry tyrants I go on, tangents I go on talking about it. Oh, wake up, Jabba, it's over. You did it, Annie. You did it. I didn't know anything. Ooh. Qui-Gon's always got the lessons for you. Always a learning moment with Qui-Gon. If you keep gambling, at some point you're gonna lose. And I also like, even talking about like the bloodline thing, like I personally have no problem that it be restricted to like, it's like not everyone's gonna win a Nobel Peace Prize or be a rogue scholar or all kinds of crazy stuff. And, like, I'm okay with that. Like, I'm never gonna be a certain thing. I can't be a rocket scientist. Like, it's fine. It's all part of, like, life. And he is gonna become a Jedi, yes. And then he's gonna be responsible for killing all of us. But then at some point way down the road, he's going to, you know, change everything. Did you really have to hit us with the... I mean, he's a kid. I guess yippee. It's fine. And this is why it's important to show Anakin as a child and to tell this story. Seeing this love and this connection, and like, I'm a mama's boy. I understand. It's important to see this aspect of his life. I didn't think like that originally. Bloodline is one thing, but the Force would show up in families that had no Force sensitivity. Of course. It's like... I don't know any other relatives to Michael Jordan who were as good as him at basketball. There's always going to be anomalies in everything. But the idea that everyone could be Michael Jordan? I don't know. I'm okay with that, personally. Oh no! You can't leave! His entire life, Anakin has always been conflicted. Even as a 10-year-old child, or as a menacing dude in a black suit. See, and there's the seed. The love for his mama was always going to be too strong. The music. I love the music so much. So good. Yeah, I do these Star Wars streams every Wednesday. It's like I use Michael Jordan as an example. I used Gronkowski. Like, there's like 3 or 4 Gronkowskis in the NFL. So there we go. Hell yeah. Dude, the saber fights in these movies were fantastic too, by the way. Such a good introduction to Maul. Darth Maul's incredible. They're Jedi. It's lightsabers. Being overly choreographed is what makes it fun. Like, do you want every saber fight to be like Vader and Obi-Wan from A New Hope? No. These are badass motherfuckers. What are you talking about, the hair? It's a Padawan thing. The little braid. Oh, he's such a romantic. It's like saying the combat in John Wick is overly choreographed. Like, that shit is incredible. Is that how a real fight would go down? Probably not. He's a Sith Lord, don't trust him! Thanks for stopping by, Jason. one far younger and more powerful. You notice Jar Jar in the background too? He like steals every scene that he's in like the most negative way possible. Hell yeah, let's go, Yoda and Mace and the other council members. Yaddle sitting in the background. Yeah, obviously. Come on, Master Yoda. That's exactly what I'm saying. Dude, the bots are coming in strong today. I think we're getting a lot of this kind of stuff in the Andor show. Who's E.T.? I don't know who E.T. is. I've never seen E.T. You fell for it! You fell for it! Palpatine's got everyone just under total control. He's like the puppet master. Oh, you? I wonder why that was so impressive. It's too suffering. And lots of suffering he will go through. Shocking. Another what if scenario. What if Bale won the vote over Palpatine? I just like the random cutaways of Jar Jar. Like, why? Why do we care what his expression is while they're talking? What's up, X Cases? I mean, the amount of information that Jar Jar has obtained just by, like, creeping around. You can't call him the chosen one in front of him. Come on, Qui-Gon. from a certain point of view. Just don't worry about it, kid. Just... I prefer literally every single other person's explanation of that. It's just poor storytelling. If this was the very first movie that ever came out, it'd be fine. Because it would set the tone. But there's so many years of lore and content and stuff surrounding this universe that inserting this into the one movie and then never addressing it again, it just doesn't work for me. Sith here. You guys are shitting your pants about Jedi. You should have been like, what the fuck? Setting a Sith Lord here? And that's why Jar Jar is so valuable. He has an entire army. An entire army for you to use. Hey, can we borrow your entire army so that they can just get slaughtered? I just, you know. Cool. Dude, Qui-Gon literally, they're hard to be swayed. Like, you literally switch the dude's opinion in one swipe of your hand, not like more than like 40 minutes ago. I love those moments. I really, really, really want more Qui-Gon. I feel like when I think of like prototypical Jedi, I think of Qui-Gon. Just the way he speaks and the way he handles things, and just love how smart and insightful and just everything about it. Technically, because the Jedi aren't allowed to fully interfere with kind of things like this. They can't just bring in their armies and kind of... See, Qui-Gon could just go be like, no, you're going to help us. Even Padme punked the Jedi. Misa like this. Fucking badass. Like, what, he ran like 10 feet? That dude could have just yelled to them, like, hey, they're coming! Anakin ran like 10 feet. If I was in charge of the Gungans, I'd be like, fuck you guys, we're going back to our underwater lair and gonna stay safe and fight if we have to. I ain't killing all my people for you. I love a good Star Wars battle, but this ain't it. Just gonna say. I think one of my favorite parts of this trilogy is when the droids get shut down. It's actually stronger than the shield that we see in Wakanda. Find cover. I'm gonna just jump into a cockpit of a ship. It's like, I'm not safe anywhere. Hey, which one's Din's ship? Which one's Din's? The level of convenience is amazing. R2 gets put in a ship, and that's the one Anakin picks. Love it. Now this is pod racing. Your father was always a great pilot. I love a really good space battle too in Star Wars. Also, that ain't it. Oh, shut up. I'm like, Jar Jar, fuck you, I'm not listening to you. I don't care if you were made general or not. You are not commanding this army. I think I've shared how I really feel about Jar Jar. He's a massive distraction. What's up, newlywed Moosey? Oh, bitch, here we go. The music. The music. Pure chills. Woo! So badass. The dual saber bitches. So good. So good! Oh. Just start pushing buttons. Yeah. Maybe in this moment the Force could have, like, stopped Anakin from, like, flying the ship. Just saying. Even though he ends up doing, like, really good things. Of course. It's fine. Dude, Ray Park is so badass. I mean, in hindsight, yes, he goes and does a good thing, but, like, it's ridiculous. Come on. The autopilot. No, Anakin, the Force is doing it. It's not the autopilot, it's the Force. You gonna tell me that he's not strong in the Force with moves like that? So strong. Wait, are you saying the Mandalorian music isn't good? Force mode. Hey, I'm just following orders. Yeah, good job. I mean, he's not wrong, right? I mean, this song is so epic. And I love this fight so much. Time to meditate, gather your thoughts, maybe sense what the fuck's about to happen. Qui-Gon's calming himself. Maul is just getting more and more angry. And then they interrupt great moments with this. I never noticed the sound effects. This is my first time watching the movie with headset on. I hear a lot more of the silly sound effects. Those balls sound super silly. You can't be this, like, effectively clumsy without being a true... He probably has the highest midichlorian count of anyone of all time. He has the most effective clumsiness of anyone in the history of the world. $40,000 midichlorian count, but 40 IQ. There we go. So good. It's just a saber strike through the midsection. Get up, dude! Just get up, bro! Reva would take that shot from Maul, hit the ground, hop back up, and slice his head into pieces. I mean, not only did she take it like a champ as a child, a youngling, she once again as an adult. If Qui-Gon was only stronger, just a little bit stronger. That's too bad. Calm yourself, Obi-Wan. I love the way he's like hopping, like ready to go. I fucking love Obi-Wan. This is so good. This is so good. Oh, bitch. And this. If you strike me down, I shall become more powerful than you could ever possibly imagine. Except, it didn't happen, because we needed Qui-Gon to train Anakin, and I like that. I do appreciate that. I like that line from Anakin right there. Now this is pod race. Yes, let's go. Still love the music. I love the music. I love the music. I'm sorry, I love the music. I don't care if you've got the high ground. I'm Obi-Wan. And you sliced in half, bitch. Get up, Qui-Gon. You need to live. But I'm still a Padawan. How am I supposed to train him? No, Qui-Gon, you need to train him. No. Miles, go just search the episode with Maul in the Clone Wars. I would absolutely love a what if Star Wars version where what if Qui-Gon doesn't die and actually trains Anakin. I think that'd be a fun story to tell. Leave him alone, Palpatine! You're not gonna watch anything. Yoda can't get angry. Come on. I mean, Anakin or Qui-Gon's push to get Anakin trained. It's all part of this. This is how the story was supposed to be laid out. This is how it was meant to be. So technically, yes. Then I'll fuck you up. The rule of two. And the master is literally standing in your presence. Yeah. And now Annie's got the haircut. Plagueis I don't think was alive at this point. Padme likes him with his new haircut. Yeah, buddy. Episode 1 is a wrap. It's a fun movie. Bottom line, I still very much enjoy watching episode 1. It has its flaws. It has its problems scattered all over the movie. But again, as I always say about the prequels, you strip it down. It's about the story, Anakin Skywalker turning into Darth Vader, and seeing those early seeds being planted. The whole Palpatine thing, basically playing chess while everyone else is playing Candyland. He's positioning himself. He's already kind of telling Anakin, like, oh, I can't wait to watch your career grow. He's just positioning himself and putting him into these positions, and just the whole story with Qui-Gon and Obi-Wan and that relationship and seeing all of that play out. The pod race is awesome. The introduction of Maul, the lightsaber battles, the music. It's all really, really awesome. But unfortunately, kind of weaved into all that is a bunch of really nonsensical, like, Jar Jar moments. Just constantly in, like, every scene, you just can't miss him. He's just there doing dumb shit. Just some of the dialogue, whatever, the visuals, whatever. But I love the introduction to Qui-Gon. I really want more Qui-Gon. I think Qui-Gon's one of my favorite characters in Star Wars. I just love everything that he has to say and just his approach and his mentality about all of this. Obviously, watching Obi-Wan kind of move from Padawan into Master is really cool. But I've said it many times. Originally, I was like, I don't need to see Anakin's story as a child. Like, I don't need that story told. But the moments when he's leaving his mom, I feel like are so powerful for the overall story. And it just goes to show you even more just how conflicted Anakin Skywalker has been ever since we met him. The moment we met him, he was all like diehard. Yeah, I want to become a Jedi. I want to leave. I'm free. I'm this. I'm that. But then on his way out, he turns, looks, and runs back to his mama. Always a level of conflict within Anakin Skywalker, whether he's a child or grown-ass dude mangled as Darth Vader. There's always been a conflict there. There's always been him juggling these feelings about wanting to do this, but also wanting to do this. I just, at the core, I really appreciate the story. I think it's great. I still enjoy it very much, watching it for I don't even know how many times. It's just so much fun. It feels like Star Wars. The sounds, the fighting, the overall just story. I think it's great, and I love it. I love this stuff. I think the prequels, I think the people who have legit criticisms, I think they're completely valid. I think it gets a lot of unnecessary hate because, again, people watch things for different reasons. I watch things for the good storytelling. I think this trilogy has really good storytelling. I don't necessarily watch everything. If I'm watching like a Transformers movie, yeah, I want there to be really cool just special effects and CGI and all kinds of just visual just nonsense. Sure, that's great. I have higher expectations for my Star Wars. I want the story. I don't need these crazy visuals to support it. I think it's great, and I overall think the overall story is spectacular. I love it. So it's fun going back and watching these movies. Episode 2 right now? No. I actually got work to do, and then we'll be back in like a few hours to finish the quarry, so. It's a double stream day. As I tweak the audio, gotta make sure that we're good. Wait, you guys are changing Uba's name? What? Nikki's back. I'm asking for a lot. Yeah, I think this will be a lot of fun. I mean, I love watching Star Wars. Whether I'm critical of it or not, I still love it. Like, and I'll hang around a few minutes to, if you guys got any questions or comments or anything, we could hang out and talk for a little bit. Join the channel if you want perks and voting rights on movie nights. Help support. We got gifted memberships too, which is pretty cool. I think you gotta opt into it. If you're not opted into gifted members, you gotta do that. But yeah, the normal spiel. Nikki and I actually laid out a plan today, a plan that I've been building for a long time, in terms of what the full-time content creator plan would look like. A good critic? What do you mean a good critic? You mean actually having like valid reasons why you like or don't like something? Do I think we're not gonna miss actually we will miss a Wednesday. We leave on a Wednesday. I don't know, we'll see. I don't think we'll get to episode 3 before our time off. Do I find Jar Jar to be more annoying every time you see him? Yeah, actually. Because you notice more. Like, I noticed him in scenes... Like, watching it like this with headphones and my monitor right in front of my face, I notice him way more than I would like to. Yeah, I think it's important. Like, I will never... Like, the moment someone can't actually validate why they like or don't like something, then you have no credibility with why, in my opinion. I mean, obviously, you could just be like, I just don't like it. Like, sure, okay, whatever. Then we're just not going to have a talk about it. But in my position, with the way, as hard as I criticize things, and as hard as I love things, I think having valid reasons to support it makes sense. And I put a lot of time and effort into why. Hey, well, thanks for jumping in, Deborah. Thanks, guys. See you later. So yeah, it's almost 5 here, so I'm gonna sign off, and we'll be back in a few hours with the quarry. So thanks, y'all. Appreciate it. That was fun. I watch them with captions on. $2 a.m. Shit. Jojo Rabbit will come out tomorrow, for those that are wondering. I'm gonna get on that later. So, thanks, y'all. Bye.